Here it is, folks. We've found it. This is the true essence of an existential crisis.
Okay, I'm confused.
Let's begin. You wake up one morning like an outcast stuck in a time loop with the usual charade of the alarm ringing 100, 1,000 times, and there you are, bargaining with the universe for a few more minutes. Eventually, you surrender to fate and get up, dragging your legs like a drunken penguin. Destination, the kitchen. Objective, the sacred nectar that holds the fabric of reality together.
I'm making coffee. Anybody want coffee?
You prepare the cup with the precision of an alchemist and pour that black liquid, thick as ink, pure fuel for an engine running low on dreams. You add milk because you're one of those who think that softening things makes them better. Then you move to the balcony, open the window and let the morning air caress your skin, hoping it will erase the horror of the alarm. But something's missing. The sugar. Where's the sugar? Panic, you've run out, forgotten, lost it, in some dark corner of your mind. And now you're forced to face the cruel reality. Bitter coffee. You hate it, and you hate yourself for being reduced to this misery. You try to drink it anyway, but it all ends up in the sink. Disgusted, you leave the house with that horrible taste still in your mouth, already knowing this day is doomed. It was written in the stars. Damn day. You drag yourself and get behind the wheel. Destination, the office, the usual route. But today the world seems on vacation except you. Because no, you're the protagonist of your own personal work tragedy while everyone else is basking in the sweet doing nothing. It's impossible not to curse every fibre of your existence. But then, in a moment of almost heroic rebellion, you decide to take a detour. A solitary cafe along the road catches your eye.
Coffee, Captain?
You need another coffee, like a castaway needs land, enter or not. The line is a procession of the damned, but not this time. This time you stay.
Let's fight! Come on! All right, let's go!
You deserve a damned break too, or at least some sugar. You wait in line with the calm of a Zen monk. Patience, your only weapon against the universe. Your turn comes. You order a sweet macchiato. The barista smiles at you. She notices that you're a Star Wars fan, and suddenly you find yourself chatting about your favorite franchise. You walk out of that cafe with a smile that has no reason to exist. You don't know it yet, but that place will become your refuge, and that barista your wife. You love bitter coffee. But now, let's pause for a moment, rewind the tape, and hit play on a slightly different version of the daily nightmare. Here we are. Let's stop here. This time you decide to skip the cafe, ignoring that mirage of decent coffee. No, today the plan is simple, to rush into the office like a bullet, shot straight toward the existential void that awaits you behind a desk. You head swiftly towards the company parking lot. A sprint that's half suicide mission, half desperate escape. Handbrake on, you get out of the car and prepare to enter the battle. The building stares at you with the same contempt you feel for it. You climb the stairs, heading straight for the coffee machine like an addict searching for their fix. But then the colleague,
No! God!
that being who represents everything you hate about this place, you decide to avoid them with the grace of a warthog. You sit down and start working, or at least try to. Fatigue wraps around you like a heavy blanket, your focus evaporating faster than alcohol left out in the sun. And it's in that moment of lucid despair that the epiphany strikes like lightning.
I hate it here.
You hate this job. You hate the monotony. You hate everything that has led you to this point. But above all, you hate that damn bitter coffee. That thought, the detonator that will ignite a change you can't yet imagine. In that precise moment, something hidden and forgotten begins to awaken. Dreams and passions you buried under mountains of paperwork. You don't know it yet. But one day, you'll be behind the camera, directing an action film that will have your name in the credits. Well, I suppose after all this preamble, I was trying to say something important, something that could change the course of our lives. What? That life is a mosaic made of tiny, deceptive decisions? Nah. Or maybe yes, today, a part of you, perhaps an important part, will die. With it, a future that will never be lived, an alternate path that fades into nothingness, will also disappear. And so, as we move through the grey monotony of our daily routine, every little decision, seemingly insignificant, carves out our destiny, a simultaneous act of destruction and creation. It seems like the perfect moment for a nice rant about biology. What better time to talk for a second about totipotent cells? In the early stages of life, they are as versatile and infinite as the promises of a boundless future. At first, they are a blank canvas, ready to become anything: heart cells, brain cells, skin cells. As time goes on, they specialize, abandoning their indeterminacy to become something specific, defining themselves forever. Thus, each passing moment pulls us towards an inevitable direction. Each choice we make narrows our possibilities, forcing us into a future that becomes more defined and less malleable. Jean-Paul Sartre said that we are condemned to be free, a condemnation that is both a gift and a burden. Every step, every seemingly insignificant gesture, not only shapes who we are, but also burdens us with an absolute responsibility for our existence. We cannot escape the weight of our decisions. Everything we do irreversibly alters the course of our future and the essence of ourself. We are the drunken architects of a blind destiny that cannot be ignored. Should we torment ourselves with a spiral of terrible self-analysis? Should we start dissecting every sensation, every fleeting desire, as if existence were a puzzle of invisible pieces to be assembled with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker? Let's do it. Wait a moment, there's a thought shining amidst the rubble of our self-awareness. Why not abandon spontaneity, the lively chaos of life, to enter a world of hypothetical futures and idealized desires? Let's say yes to everything. Let's leave behind the routine and the comforting embrace of the safety zone. Instead, let's live wildly, driven by overwhelming emotions and bold choices, obsessive attention to regrets, torment of the mind. If only I had made that choice, maybe I wouldn't be here now. If only I had studied more, invested in that stock, or paid attention, today I might be an astronaut. And as we slowly transcend our human condition, merging for a brief moment with the universe of infinite possibilities and alternative futures, we find ourselves coexisting with our alternative versions, dead and buried, who inhabit our minds without paying rent. Ghosts of lost possibilities and roads not taken, haunting us with bittersweet nostalgia. And so, the harsh reality reveals itself. Our existence has little in common with the glamour of the big screen. Perhaps we have murdered the best part of ourselves, the one that would have truly shone, whose name would have echoed through eternity. We find ourselves alone in bed, contemplating our own banality, observing what we are and what lies ahead, trapped in the constant, unstoppable flow of time. Are we really what we wanted to be? Naked and simple, we slip by like passing names, extras in the great manuscript of history, destined to fade into the vastness of the unknown. In the end, we remain alone, the only possibility left among the infinite past. We will grow old, looking at our tired and weak bodies, thinking, wow, that carp tattoo now looks like a wrinkled whale. Whatever happened to that friend we lost touch with? What would have happened if we had taken that vacation we passed on? Why did we never go bungee jumping? The mirror will reveal with brutal honesty that behind that tired gaze, there is nothing special. We were never anyone particularly noteworthy, just an ant in a constantly evolving anthill lost in the middle of nowhere. Or maybe not. Come on, it doesn't all have to be so depressing. After all, life doesn't necessarily have a grand meaning, and epic scenes are as rare as overwhelming emotions. We are designed to experience happiness only for a limited time. While we are tormented by thoughts and questions that have gone unanswered since the dawn of time. Why 42? We are temporal beings with a value that might be limited to a brief interval. But who cares? We certainly don't need to impress anyone. We live one life, but manifest in countless ways in the lives of those around us. Those who love and hate us. Those who respect and admire us. Those who wish we would disappear, and those who, ultimately, are unaware of our existence. We have been the savior, the idol, the enemy, the fool, the loser, and the hero in others' lives. We are one, no one, and maybe 100,000. Goodbye, old Luigi. We walk these dusty roads, the same ones that millions of others have trodden before us, and we stop now and then to gaze at the sky, a sky lit by that ball of fire that, after all, bothers to wake us up every morning. We are infinitely small in front of a cosmos that keeps turning without paying the slightest attention to our doubts. But it doesn't matter, because we are content to pick a few flowers along the way and enjoy a peaceful journey. We live in an age of wonders and absurdities. Perhaps we will never uncover the secrets of the universe or the reason for our existence, but we have admired its most brilliant creations. We have basked in the warmth of laughter, in shared stories, in the connections that tie us to those we love. And in the end, we too will be able to say that we were here. We lived under the stars, in the brief moment when our small light shone beside theirs. You wake up one morning and drag yourself out of bed, shuffling like a drunk penguin toward the kitchen. The mission, the sacred nectar that holds the fabric of reality together. Coffee. You grab a mug and pour that black elixir. You add milk because you're one of those who thinks softening things makes them better. Then you step out onto the balcony, open the window and let the morning air brush against your skin, hoping it'll erase the horror of the alarm. You take a sip. Something's missing.